maybe in the future, and I assume we probably will, you can predict if you're going to have triplets, whatever, birth defects, because science is always going to be advanced, and they're going to be able to predict probably everything you can think of years. That's just the way it is. Science and technology advances. But now, I mean, you just can't, but I mean, I've been depressed, but I never got to the point where I would want to commit suicide. You know what I mean? I just couldn't do it. Maybe because I'm afraid of blood. You know? Yeah, I guess I'm strong-minded, but I'm like weak-minded with, you know, taking your own life and stuff. I don't like, you know, I mean, I can watch, well, gory movies as long as it's not too gory, or play games because it's not real. I know it's not real. You know what I mean? But I couldn't see that in real life. You know what I'm saying? So even though I'm strong-minded, but I'm kind of weak-minded. I can't deal with pain, and I just couldn't. I guess if there's no exit and, and there's no option that other to commit suicide, I probably wouldn't commit suicide. I'll probably just let myself just die from death. I would always try to survive. As much as I can. But you know what I mean. I just would never take my life. And I guess that's like people have part of the brain that are stronger willed or minded than others, in different senses. Some people can take blood. I can't take blood. But some people can talk about death. I mean, can't talk about death. I can talk about death. Some people can talk about the unknown. I can't talk about the unknown. I can talk about the unknown. So it's everybody has different, and I'm just lucky kind of person that is strong minded, and since I accept life and death, but I would never take my life, no matter what. I just couldn't do it. It's like, I mean, you could do anything, but if your brain is there, or whether you consider your brain's in a matrix, you will not be able to do it. It's like firing a gun, or trying to kill somebody with a gun. You just can't, you couldn't do it, Maybe, even if it was a maybe life or death situation, you probably not strong enough to do it, or even just harm somebody. And you would find another method, which is run and escape, So I think everybody is stronger minded in different aspects, different situations, different parts of the brain. That's what makes us all unique. You know what I mean? And I'm glad I have a normal brain. I wasn't born paranoid or schizophrenic or have dementia or all of these crazy brain disorders. And it's just the way it is, It's the game of life, and you gotta play it correctly. Because if you don't, only got one chance to live, and better make the right choices and the right decisions, and have a positive outlook, at life, and don't be afraid, don't be afraid of just accept, and don't be afraid, and you'll be okay. So there's really no reason to take your life, no matter what, because there's always help out there. You can always escape. And if you have a smart brain, you can adapt to situations to succeed without taking your life, whatever it is. Whether it's asking people for help, whether it's coming up with ideas. Of course, not breaking the law. But, I mean, I've gotten to a point where I had no money, had no food. But did I kill myself? No. I took vitamins. I took too many. Was I afraid of death? No. But I had to do it to survive. And I survived. So, you can live off. You know what? You know how I survived? Water and sauces. Yep, those little packets of sauce. You won't believe how much ingredients they have in jelly beans, candy, sweets. Yes, they have energy. Little things, even those little packets, ketchup, mustard. They have packets. They have energy. Yes, and they will get you through. And all you have to do is just go to the drive-thru and ask for that. Just go to the drive-thru. They'll give you it. There you go. You have food. It's not the most food, but you have sauce. And sauce, believe it or not, gives you energy. A couple of those suckers, and believe it or not, you'll be full. No joke. So, yeah. Probably nobody ever thought about that, right? But I did. Well, I had to. And if you don't have water, you can just live off that. Just go to the drive-thru. You don't have a car? Walk to the drive-thru. Just ask for those things. They'll give you them. Little sauces. And you could just tell them you need a dozen of those. Every day till you get your back on your feet. There's also free food for your can drives. Yes, free food. You have to find this stuff. You have to do the research. If you want to live, to succeed, you need the resources, and you will find. See, I'm still alive. I lived off no food more than a week. I made it. Yes. Did I walk? I had to stay on the floor at one point. Got dizzy. But I still made it. You can make it too. No reason to take your life. You can live off those little packets of ketchup, or Polynesian sauce, or barbecue sauce, honey mustard. They have protein in it. They have ingredients, jelly beans, Snickers. Those little things. Food is food. Even sauce. Sauces is food. It's and people want to know, well, what's before the Big Bang? Dark energy, dark matter. But if only after the Big Bang, time and space, well, what happened before? There's no time and space. Well, what happened if there's another dimension, right? Another dimension before the Big Bang. Instead, like there was another time and space, in other universes, multiverses, until we arrive to the first dimension of things, of natural means existed. That means I just prove, no God needed. And what happened if time and space got warped? And then what happened if we were double created? Instead, like extraterrestrials created us, but then melted us, and we were melted in slime, and then we went from the Martian rock into the water, fused by special ingredients that they gave us, that created our existence, our billions of neurons in our brain. What happened if that happened, something like that? So you really have to think outside of the box, of how this could be with no deity. I just did it right there. Multiple dimensions, parallel dimensions prior to the Big Bang, until the first dimension. There you go. I don't believe the sky opens up. I don't believe there's a heaven with angels and gates. I don't believe there's a hell with evil monsters and demons, like from movies. I believe in natural means. And I described something to you with no God needed of how everything could exist, from us to everything in space before the Big Bang, to the first dimension, to the first universe. I just explained it right there. You know, other worlds, other planets, other chemicals, other elements, other species. There you go. That's my theory, and I'm thinking that's probably how it possibly could have happened. Because think about it, if you pull a gun to your head and you blow your brains out, you're dead. It's like you're not born. You won't remember. You'll be dead. All blackness. That's it. Not pretty at all. You know? I could just imagine that. Of course I would never do it. But that's how it would be. You wouldn't even know you were born. So folks, you know, if you're hungry, just go to the drive-thru. Ask for those little packets. I mean, what kind of sauces they got? Tons of sauces, right? Polynesian, barbecue, honey mustard, and they, you know, honey mustard tastes good. And that's how I lived off sauces. You know, no food, no money. Lived off sauces. Still alive. Get a bunch of those. Barbecue, Polynesian, honey mustard. Ooh, they have a delicious sauce. Probably the best sauce ever. It's from Arby's. It's called red raspberry, like barbecue sauce. It's amazing. It's spicy, but it's like jelly. It's the best sauce I've ever had. It's totally delicious. Yeah, just get a couple of them, man. Those are delicious. I still can't believe those little sauces have so much ingredients. It's amazing. I mean, not so much protein or whatever. Especially those jelly beans. Yes, jelly beans. It's I think because it's made from natural flavors. You can taste the natural flavors. There's a lot of protein in that. I remember when I had no food, I just had jelly beans. My mom sent me. I just ate those suckers, right? And I was good. You know what I mean? Yeah, those multiple jelly beans are really good. Those little packets of sauces, just mix them up. Get the buttermilk ranch, barbecue, honey mustard, Polynesian, sweet and sour, red raspberry, buffalo sauce. Just eat them plain. Might as well, since you don't have no food, just eat them plain. And those suckers will fill you up, man. They are good stuff. And water, you know. I don't know, they said like the 3 rules, right? 3 days, you can't live 3 days without water, you can't live 3 days without food, or something like that, or 6 days, or something like that. Water is good, but after water you need food, bottom line. I think you can survive off food more than water, because obviously food has more protein and carbohydrates. Water is just, doesn't have as much as food. So there's really no reason to kill yourself. There's really no reason. I know we're not in type 1 civilization, and maybe some people might thinking, well, it's not worth to live, kill yourself, but no. If we don't make it to a type 1 civilization, there's still a lot of things to live for. There's Xbox One, there's PS4, there's Blu-ray movies, there's 3D movies, and technology is going to get better. I hope we reach the type 1 civilization in our lifetime. As long as we get the NASA warp drive completed, there's a chance, no question, because it's a warp drive. It's faster than light, and we can go to other worlds, other planets, interstellar travel, and so forth. Planets that would take 70,000 years, we wouldn't have to go. That's too long. We wouldn't have to even do 70,000 years. We could arrive there quicker with a warp drive. So it's possible. We just hope to get this warp drive started, and Um, so yeah, I don't think the sky's gonna open up. You know, making sense of the universe through naturalistic means makes much more sense than a supernaturalistic means, because everything in the universe is naturalistic. No matter if we find other planets, other worlds, it's going to be really. It might seem like supernatural, but because it's not known to us, it's something unknown. But it's nothing supernatural, such as demons and gods and ghosts, and it's more of a technology, or something that is unknown. But even that doesn't make it supernatural. It just means another world, another planet that has another technology that we just don't know, and that's not supernatural. Or elements. It's not supernatural. It's a naturalistic means of another universe, a parallel universe to ours, another world. That's a naturalistic means, and everything of these other planets and worlds and elements and technologies, other technologies of other worlds, planets and galaxies, has some form of naturalistic means of how that developed and how other species developed. So, supernatural, I don't think it exists. Only the naturalistic means. And on that note, have a wonderful day. Don't let people harm you. The world's not fair. People against your accents. Whether discrimination. You know what I mean? Just keep on moving, because there's good out there. There's always somebody out there that's a good person. Just ignore the bad. You'll get through life. There's good people. You just have to search for it. There's no Jesus coming down. There's no Jesus as your friend. Your only friend is your action, yourself, and others that you can find to be your friends. And on that note, have a good night. Sleep tight. And don't let the bed bugs bite. Peace. Peace.